Scott, you did a running back quiz of sorts for Cincy Jungle, and very, very interesting stuff, very fun. And we're going to have a little mini game show, and I'm going to let you be Alex Trebek or Pat Sajak or whoever you like the most, buddy. And you're going to quiz Connor and I. And I want the listeners who are tuning in live to play along and not let Connor cheat and look at the YouTube chat, buddy, because I know when we go head to head, I know. So Scott, I'm gonna let you play host for this segment. It's a running back quiz, and you decided to do this because the Bengals drafted Joe Mixon in the second round this year, and they have quite a track record, a lot of success with a lot of running backs that they've drafted. But you created this quiz, so take it away, sir.
Yeah, well, first you mentioned game show host, so I guess I'll go ahead and say I'm going to do my Bob Barker impression from Price is Right. So
I was going to go Chuck Woolery myself, but go ahead.
Well, I just want to remind everyone to have their pet spayed and neutered.
Should I take my headphones off?
Yes, Joe Mixon was drafted in the second round, and if that sounds familiar, some Bengals fans who follow the draft at all might think, hey, didn't they just do that recently? And maybe recently before then? Turns out they have. In the going back to 1988, so going back 30 years, of the 24 running backs they've drafted, a third of them have been second-round picks. Very disproportionate. If you figure, there's 7 rounds, and even back then there were more than 7 rounds, that you're taking a third of them all in the same round, there's something kind of screwy with that. So as Anthony mentioned, there is a post that'll be showing up on Cincy Jungle soon, which is this quiz. So I thought I'd go ahead and quiz our 2 hosts and see how well they do on it live on the air. And then we can go back to the the MP3s or whatever and play it and see how horrible they did or how great they did. If you do like this quiz, I will mention it's hosted on a site called Sporkle. And if you look for a user, my name is username316. There are a ton of Bengals quizzes that I've created over the years. Some of you may have seen them on the Cincy Jungle site. If you've missed them or want to take them again, you can go on that site, look under, I think you can look for username316. That's something I picked out of the air years ago. So anyway, you can play a lot of other ones. So we'll do this one. I don't know which of you wants to start first, Anthony or Connor?
I'll let
Anthony
Connor
go first. Oh, you want me to go first? Okay.
Should we coin flip it? I've got a beer cap here. Let's coin flip.
No, I'll go first. It's fine. I'll go first. No worries.
Okay. All right. I'll give you the advantage. Let's go. Okay. So I take my headphones off and I will not look at the screen. How about that?
I'll type when you come back in. I'll type when you need to come back in.
Perfect. All right.
Okay. So while Anthony is in his sound booth, what we're going to do is I'm just going to read a list of 24 running backs, and then Connor is basically going to say yes or no if they were drafted in the second round. And then I will run through that same list with Anthony, and same thing, it'll just be a yes or no. So I'll say a name like Joe Mixon, and then Connor would say yes or no. I'll kind of go down the list until we do them all. We'll do the same thing with Anthony. And then obviously anyone listening live on the YouTube, feel free to play this, either type your answers in or just, track it, follow along at home. So with that, Connor, are you ready to go?
Oh, yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Joe Mixon.
Yes.
Jeremy Hill.
Yes.
Giovanni Bernard.
Yes.
Rex Burkhead.
No.
Dan Herron.
No.
Jay Finley.
No.
Bernard Scott.
No.
Fui Vakapuna.
No.
Chris Perry.
Yes.
Jeremy Johnson.
No.
Rudy Johnson.
Yes.
Curtis Keaton.
No.
Nick Lachey.
No.
Marcus Parker.
Oh my gosh, who are these people? I'm gonna say yes to I'm changing my answer to yes on the previous one, and I'm gonna go yes on this one too.
Corey Dillon.
Dang it. I'm going to change the okay. So it's going to be yes, no, yes. So the one I just said was no. Corey
So no
Dillon's
for
yes.
Parker, and then yes on Dillon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tejana Carter.
Yes.
Jeff Cothran.
Wait, no, Kajana Carter was no. Kajana Carter was no. Sorry.
Okay, Jeff Cothran.
No.
Ostel Miles.
Who are these people? No.
This is the great history of Bengals running backs.
These people were drafted before I was probably born.
Mike Dingle.
Yes, has to be. Team Dingle.
We are in the early 90s now, by the way. Right now we're in 1990. Harold Green.
Yes, sounds like a second round name.
Eric Ball. UCLA,
No.
that's right up your alley.
No.
Craig Taylor.
No.
Okay, and last but not least, I'm going to get me some cold cuts. Icky Woods.
Sure. Second round.
Okay, I don't have these tabulated yet. I will tell you it wasn't 100%.
Yeah.
So we
Okay.
can go ahead and put Anthony on, and then I'll let you guys chat for a bit while I add these up.
Okay. Well, now we're just waiting for AC to come back.
I will say you did well for being someone who's a little younger. It wasn't a bad attempt. And you started out very strong.
Yeah, I know. Like Pat, I feel like you can kind of tell where I started following the Bengals because the Andy Dalton era was kind of when I started like Carson Palmer era.
Anthony, you back with us?
I'm back. Hi, what's the score to beat here?
I was going to wait. I was going to let you go, and I was going to let you guys chat for a bit, talking about how you think you did while I summed them up.
Okay.
So,
Connor, how do you feel you did?
I mean, I know I didn't get 100. I know I got 100% back to a certain point, but I mean, how far back that was anyone's guess. I really don't know.
Okay. Was the question which backs aren't second round picks? Was that the question?
It's yes if they are in the second round. So
yes, if they are in the second round.
A second round pick.
Okay.
So we'll go ahead and throw Connor in his sound booth or whatever.
Okay.
Well, I don't really need to.
Yeah, if he knows the questions already.
I'll try not to give anything away. I don't really know how I could.
Okay, so Anthony, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm just going to read you a list of names from Joe Mixon going back last 24.
And I say,
20.
But the answer is yes, they were a second rounder.
Correct.
Or no, they were not. Is that okay?
Correct.
All right.
So it's a yes or no, or a Y or an N, or I don't, something like that.
Okay. All right.
Joe Mixon.
Yes.
Jeremy Hill.
Yes.
Giovanni Bernard.
Yes.
Rex Burkhead.
No.
Dan Herron.
No.
Jay Finley.
No.
Bernard Scott.
No.
Fui Vakapuna.
No.
Chris Perry.
No.
Jeremy Johnson.
No.
Rudy Johnson.
No.
Curtis Keaton.
No.
Nick Lachey.
No.
Marcus Parker.
No.
Corey Dillon.
Yes.
Kajana Carter.
No.
Jeff Cothran.
Ooh, that's a tough one. No.
Ostel Miles.
No.
Mike Dingle.
I'll say yes to that.
Harold Green.
Yes.
Eric Ball.
Yes.
Craig Taylor.
Ooh. No.
And last but not least, Icky, I'm going to get me some cold cut woods.
For sure, second rounder, yeah. And can I get extra credit?
Possibly.
You already beat me.
Yeah, you don't need it.
Well, okay. Well, you missed one in there. There's Kenny Irons.
Oh, you're right. I have him on my quiz. I skipped right over him.
I think you skipped over him for me too.
Yeah. Okay, I'll let
Kenny
Connor
Irons
go first.
Well, I know it was Kenny Irons, so
Okay.
I know he's second rounder.
Yes, he was. Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Someone said I got it right back to 2004. I mean, shout out me. I didn't even start following the team until a while after that.
Yeah,
dude, you pride yourself on being Bob Barker, and you miss a question. You're more like Mark Summers or something, dude.
Scott under more fire than Adam Jones.
Are you guys going to take the physical challenge then? Okay, that probably predates Connor.
That's funny. Double dare.
That's all I know him from.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
okay,
Well, that's what
of
I'm saying.
the 24, let's see, Connor got 19. Anthony got 23.
I will take that. Wow.
So,
I got 23.
Yeah. I would just read
who's
through
the one I
these real
missed?
quick. Joe Mixon, yes, you guys got
Okay.
that. Jeremy Hill, Giovanni Bernard, you guys all got those. Rex Burkhead, Daniel Boom-Herron, Jay Finley, Bernard Scott, Fui Vakapuna, Kenny Irons, who I skipped. The first one, Chris Perry, he was end of first round. He was so that was a miss for Connor. I think initially Connor had said a no and changed it to yes at the end when he was changing.
Gosh darn it.
He was late first round.
He was borderline.
Yeah, I think he was like 26th overall.
Yeah.
Jeremy Johnson, the fullback, you guys both had that as a no. Rudy Johnson was a no. So Connor missed that. He was, I think, a fourth-round pick.
He was, fourth round.
Curtis Keaton, you guys got that right. He was no. Fullback Nick Luche is also a no. So that was another miss for Connor. You guys both correctly had Curtis Keaton as a no. I'm sorry. Parker was a no. Corey Dillon, you guys both nailed that as a yes. Kajana Carter, no. He was first overall. The guy they traded up for. Jeff Cothran, the fullback from Ohio State, was a no. Estelle Miles was a no. Mike Dingle is the one you guys both missed. He was a no. He was an 8th-round pick back in 1991.
Mike Dingle just sounds like a second rounder to me. I mean, I don't know what you want me to say.
3 of the next
second round name if I've ever heard one.
There was a string of no's, so I was like, I'll throw a yes in there.
Well, you were
That's what I felt like too. That's what I felt like. It was like all of them were like no.
You were just a bit early because Harold Green was a yes. You guys got that. Eric Ball was a yes. Connor missed that. Mm-hmm. Taylor was a no, and then Icky Woods was a yes.
Yeah. All right. I'm feeling pretty good about myself. Not gonna lie.
I knew about who 1/10 of those people were, so I'm glad I got a 79.1%. That's pretty good. It's like taking a test on 3 subjects, and I've only studied for 2 of them. Got
Anthony,
the 2 I studied for, right?
After about 2000, every name I mentioned, Connor was like, "Who the hell's that?"
We have a question in the chat room from Rat Salad. It says, "Was Kenny Watson drafted by the Bengals?" And no, he was not. He was drafted by the Redskins. The Bengals picked him up. He was an undrafted free agent by the Redskins in 2001. So there you go.
Fun fact.
P. Crawley 513. Good job, old man Ant. How about just good job, Anthony? You don't have to throw in the old man. Good God.
Making me feel young.
I guess. Yeah, seriously.